Okay, so today we're going on safari.
Is safari nice?
Yeah, but without the scorching sun and the bug bites.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're diving deep into the animal kingdom of Egypt.
Oh, cool.
So get ready to learn some really interesting things about the creatures that call this ancient land home.
Yeah, from the iconic ones everyone's heard of to some lesser known species. Right.
Right, exactly. So let's jump right in, huh?
Sounds great.
So I guess to kick things off, I mean, you have to start with the creature that's just kind of like shrouded in myth and legend, right?
No, I know where you're going with this.
The Egyptian cobra.
Of course, yeah, the Egyptian cobra.
I mean, everyone's heard of it, right?
Right.
But there's so much more to this snake than just, its venomous bite.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, you think about ancient Egypt, the art, the hieroglyphics. I mean, they were everywhere.
That's right.
And they were seen as like symbols of royalty, protection, even the afterlife.
Hmm.
I mean, that's some serious symbolic power.
It really is.
Way beyond just, a snake in the desert.
Right. And speaking of the desert, or at least close to it, I mean, we've got to talk about the Nile River, right?
Oh, yeah, the lifeblood of Egypt.
Exactly. And that's where we find another creature that's, well, let's just say it's a bit bigger than a cobra.
Okay, let me guess. Are we talking about the Nile crocodile?
You got it. The Nile crocodile.
Oh, man, those guys are incredible.
I know. They're one of the largest crocodile species in the whole world.
And they've been around forever, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, for millennia, just cruising the Nile.
It's amazing how they've adapted, with all the changes with humans and everything.
Well, that's actually a really good point. I mean, how are they doing these days with, all the human activity along the Nile and everything?
Right. Well, habitat loss is a big problem for them.
I bet.
As the human population grows, and there's more development along the river, it really squeezes their territory.
Yeah.
And that, it messes with their breeding patterns and their ability to find food.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that everything's connected. What we do impacts the whole ecosystem.
That's a great point. Okay, so let's move from the giant crocs to something a little cuter, a little fluffier.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
The Fennec Fox.
With those adorable ears.
I know, right? Those ears they're iconic. But they're not just for show, are they?
No, definitely not. I mean, think about it. They live in the desert, right? It gets crazy hot out there.
Yeah.
Those ears actually help them disperse heat.
Oh, wow.
Like little radiators, keeps them cool.
That's amazing.
And not only that, they're super sensitive.
Really?
Yeah, they can hear tiny little insects and rodents moving under the sand.
Wow. So it's like having built-in radar.
Exactly. Helps them find food. Pretty essential when you live in the desert.
Absolutely. And speaking of desert survival, let's talk about another desert dweller, the Dorcas Gazelle. How do these delicate little creatures make it out there?
It's funny. Their small size is actually a big advantage in the desert.
How so?
Well, they don't need as much water as bigger animals.
Makes sense.
And they're, really agile. They can easily navigate the rocky terrain of the Sinai Peninsula and the Western Desert.
I see. So it's like less is more in a way.
Exactly.
But still, finding food in the desert can't be easy, right?
No, definitely not. And unfortunately, they're facing similar challenges to the Nile crocodile, habitat loss.
Yeah, that's a real shame.
It is. Human activities are encroaching on their territory, making it harder for them to survive.
Okay, so for our last stop on this virtual safari, let's talk about a bird.
Okay, a bird.
Yeah, a bird that was incredibly important in ancient Egypt.
Oh, the Sacred Ibis.
You got it.
Yeah, they were everywhere in ancient Egyptian art and mythology.
I know, right? And they were associated with Thoth, the god of wisdom and writing.
Exactly. That's right. They had this really special, almost sacred status.
Well, I mean, look at them. They're elegant, with their long curved beaks and their beautiful plumage.
I know, they're striking birds.
And they're still around today, right?
Yeah, you can still see them in some parts of Egypt. It's like a living link to the past.
It really is.
Yeah.
So I guess what we see today is that, Egypt has this amazing array of wildlife.
Absolutely. It's incredible.
From venomous cobras to giant crocodiles to tiny desert foxes.
Each playing their own unique role in the ecosystem.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, right? What other creatures are out there hidden in the deserts or the rivers just just waiting to be discovered?
That's a good question. I mean, who knows what secrets are still out there in the wild?
I guess that's the beauty of it, right? There's always something new to learn about the natural world.
And I think the most important takeaway for me is that we need to respect these animals and their habitats.
Absolutely. We have to protect these incredible creatures for future generations.
It's our responsibility to ensure they thrive, just like they have for thousands of years.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Well, that's our deep dive into the animal kingdom of Egypt.
Thanks for having me. This was great.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. And to all our listeners, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on our next deep dive.
See you next time.
See you later.